Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I review different action figures. Today I'll be reviewing the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Batman from the Last Night on Earth Collectabuild Bane wave. So, before I get into it, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you haven't already. And so yeah, let's get straight into the video. Alright, so first we'll take a look at the box. And so in the front, you got the window where the figure was and all the accessories and Build-A-Figure pieces were. Got DC Multiverse Batman, little picture of the Bane Build-A-Figure right there. And this is 3 of 4 pieces right there. On the side, you got Batman, Batman Last Night on Earth, and then a small logo for the comic book that it is from. And then on the back, you got the cool picture that's also on the trading card. Got a small little diagram on how to build the Build-A-Figure when you get all the pieces. So there's 1, 2, and we have 3 right here. It's highlighted right there. And then there's 4. And then another picture of Bane, and then the 3 other figures, part of this Build-A-Figure wave. Then on this side, you just got a little window, Batman. On the top, another window. Whoops, knocked him down. And then on the bottom, you have a barcode right here, and then just some other word stuff. So there you have it for the box right there. Okay, so now we'll take a look at the accessories, and first you've got the DC Multiverse stand that comes with every figure. Just a circle, it's in black paint, you've got the peg to help the figure stand up, and then a small DC logo on there. Next, you've got the trading card, has the same pictures on the back of the box, looks great. And on the back, you've got the source, real name, height, weight, and then a small little bio that if you'd like to read, you can pause the video now. And then next, he has this little baton that he comes with, and it looks very cool. Not too much detail or paint on it, it's just mostly black. You got some grip detail on there, looks very nice. And if you want to put that with the figure, you just sort of stick it in this little hole right there, just twist it in and it stays in there very nicely. And then next you have the little Joker head and the lantern. He's also called Noggin. It looks very nice in there to me. Pretty nice sculpt. The eyes look a little off on there to me, but it's very cool. And then you got this nice just sort of translucent with sort of orange on the sides. I really like that. Then it's completely orange on the back, so you can't see in the back there. And then you've just got the lantern pieces all around here. You've got different little details on there, different bolts and stuff. And you can hold this in his hand. I'll show in just a second. But you can't take his head out at all. So I'm fine with that. I don't really care. But you can put it in his hand here. All you do is just stick it in like that. Just kind of wedge it in there. His hands are a little tight sometimes, but you can get it in there like that. So that's very cool. And then of course you have the Build-A-Figure pieces. And these come with Bane's hands. They look very cool. I'll go in a more in-depth look at these in my Bane Build-A-Figure review. So there you have it for all the accessories of this figure. Alright, let's take a closer look at this figure. And so starting with the head, it looks very nice. I really like his cowl. It's more of a homemade cowl that he made while he was in the asylum, so it looks very cool. You can see these straps for his ears right there, so that's a nice alternative. And then you've got his eyes, which are painted very nicely, and his skin tone is painted very nicely also. And you just can see all those different nicks and dings inside of his cowl. Looks very nice. And then all over his straitjacket, you've got this sort of canvasy texture that feels very nice, and it looks very cool. And you've also got a ton of these little rips in there, and I really like those. It's a nice added detail. Got these different stitches in there too. And it's not the same on both sides, so I really like that. It makes it more unique that way, so it's just not repeating itself. You've even got like a little sewn on patch right there. And then you got the W right here for Wayne, and it could also be used as the bat too for the bat symbol, because these are like the wings sort of thing. But I think it's mostly supposed to be W for Wayne. And then for his pouches and stuff all over here, got nice detail on them, look very nice. Could have used a little silver like it has right there, just to put on the different buckles and buttons on there. Not too big of a deal, but it would have been a little better. A little sloppy paint right there, but it's in the back, so it doesn't really matter. And then you got these really cool straps that hang down instead of his cape. Really cool alternative to a cape, and they just look really cool. You can see it's got a ton of weathering in there. Could have used some paint for the buckles on there just to break it up. And you can see all just the little holes in there on the belt, so it looks very cool. And then for his gauntlets, you can see they look very nice. Same sort of brown paint, except it's got some weathering with the silver there. Looks very nice. I don't like that the peg right here isn't painted brown, and also it's not painted brown right there. Would have just looked a little better. Doesn't bother me too much, but I don't know. I would have liked if it was same color as the gauntlets. And then for the pants, they don't have that same texture as up here, but it does have that same paint color. And then you also have some bluish gray on here to give it some weathering on there. Very nice wrinkle details. Then lower down in the boots, you've got nice shoelaces right there that go all the way down on the boot. And then you got the tread right here, and it even shows it on the bottom. So yeah, overall, he looks very cool, and there you have it for the details of this figure. And now, articulation time. So, starting with the head, does not go up very much, it just sort of stays in a straight position like that. Can go down a little bit. Got side to side, which isn't really hindered at all, but it might warp the collar if you keep it like that for too long. And then you've got great tilt on there. Got the arms which go up that much, go all the way around, and then you got the butterfly joint in there just to help it move a little better. And then you have the bicep swivel right here. You've got the double jointed elbows, and something I like to mention is that this first part right here is loose on both of them, and so that just kind of sucks, and I don't really like that. Then you got the wrists which go up and down like that, can twist all the way around. You've got the torso which goes back very far, but it does start to expose the joints in there. So if you've never seen inside there, you can right there. And then you can go forward pretty good, and you can just go side to side like that, so giving it a pretty good range of motion. And then you have the legs, which go forward that much, and they kind of run into the straight jacket right there, but you get pretty good. Then you go back a lot and out quite a bit. No thigh rotation at all. Got the double jointed knees that go back that much. And then you have the foot, which goes forward and back. And then you have the pivot right there. And you also have toe articulation. So there you have it for the articulation of this figure. Alright, so now here's a little comparison. And on the left, I've got the Scarlet Witch from the new Disney Plus Marvel Legends wave. And if you haven't seen my review of her, you should definitely go check that out. I'll have a link in the top right corner. And on the right, you have the Detective Comics number 1000 Batman. And you can see Scarlet Witch is a lot smaller because she is in the 6-inch line, while the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse figures are in a 7-inch scale. And you can also see that this Batman is slightly taller, which, I don't know, this Batman that I'm reviewing here today is from an Elseworlds story, so you might be able to fudge it, but I feel like he should be the same height, so that's just a little bit of a problem, but I don't really mind it too much since it's just a small height difference. But anyways, there you have it for a comparison. And now here's some different poses I like to put this figure into. And so for the first one, I've got him pulling his baton out, getting ready to fight some people. And so there's that one. And then here he is in the same pose as in the trading card, where he's just walking along with Noggin. And lastly, here he is in a more combat pose, and Noggin's just sort of flying out of his hand, maybe hitting a bad guy sort of thing. And then he's also maybe hitting someone with this baton or blocking it. And he's just sort of all crouched down because he's fighting a bunch of people. And so yeah, there you have it for the different poses for this figure. Alright, so overall this is a very cool figure. And I think he looks great with all of his details, and he's just got that nice canvasy texture all over the straight jacket. Just really like that they've been putting that new texture on all of them. And his cowl's very cool. It looks very homemade like it does in the comic book. And then you've got his cool accessories with the baton, and then also Noggin, who I really like. I think they did a great job on him. And his articulation is good. It's just a little loose on those elbow joints, so that's a little bit of a disappointment, downside. And yeah, he just overall looks very cool. And as I said in my Scarlet Witch review, I'm going to be doing a DC Multiverse review every other video, so next one will be a Marvel Legends one, and that one will be the White Vision, and then it will be the other figures from this Last Night on Earth wave. I know it's taken me a long time to review these guys, but I guess it's better late than never. But yeah, overall, he is very cool. And again, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.